we are about to receive the results for the top 5. We're going to bring on the top 5, and then we're going to do the announcement of the results.
Correct.
So top 5.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause as we invite back on stage the lucky young ladies who would have advanced to the top 5 of tonight's pageant. First up, Miss Guyana, Ariana Richmond.
Then we have Miss St. Kitts, Olivia Walters.
She's followed by Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Brittany Smith.
Followed by Miss Angrilla.
Michaelia Skelecki. Last but not least,
St. Lucia, Shancy Fontanella.
ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that. A round of applause for our top 5 delegates. They've done an amazing job this evening in all of the segments. And at this time, I would like to invite our senior auditor, Ms. Jones, to come on stage with the results as we crown our new Caribbean Culture Queen and, of course, announce the runners-up. Ladies, just relax. The hard part is over. And it's just time for us to share with you the results. You've been a wonderful audience this evening, and I am not sure if earlier we would have recognized over on my right the senior minister in the federal government and former premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, and his wife. Thank you so much for being here. Earlier I saw, oh yes, she's there, the wife of Nevis's premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley, Mrs. Sharon Brantley. Thank you so much for being here. And I also saw, yes, the Honorable Spencer Brand and his lovely wife, Mrs. Sheila Brand. So thank you to the government officials for making this evening's event a priority. And we are awaiting the auditor with the scores for the top 5.
JD, these are the results.
Is your heart beating? Because mine is beating.
Very quickly. And I'm also in shock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will announce 3 positions this evening. The second runner-up, the first runner-up, and of course, tonight's queen in the 14th Miss Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant Flow, Miss Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant. And so we'll start with the second runner-up.
Second runner-up goes to Miss Guyana, Arian Richmond, amassing a total of 1,218 points.
You can do better than that. I think she performed wonderfully this evening. She has been consistently great, and she is now the second runner-up in this, the Flow Miss Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant.
I'm now going to invite 2 young ladies to go forward. And these 2 young ladies are Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Brittany Smith, and also Miss St. Kitts, Olivia Walters. Only one of them can be queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Miss Anguilla and Miss St. Lucia as they make their way off stage? They have amassed to the top 5, and so the remaining 2 contestants on stage are our queen and first runner-up in tonight's Flow Miss Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant.
And so, without further ado, amassing a total of 1,229 points. Just 11 points separating the second runner-up goes to Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Brittany Smith,
and Miss Olivia Walters, Miss St. Kitts. We have a tie, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tie.
So we have to break that tie.
Yes, we have to break that tie. I think I saw their hats drop just now in such disbelief. Yes, we do have a tie. Both of you amass 1,229 points. And so what we are going to do this evening is that obviously we would have had a final interview question to separate the top 5 from the remaining 5. And so to break this tie, because we cannot have 2 queens, to break this tie, we will have another interview question.
And so we invite Miss St. Kitts to leave the stage. Olivia Walters, she will be taken to a soundproof area.
So just give her a minute, And Azad, I don't know about you, but I feel pretty nervous right now.
I feel so too. And it's not even us.
Yes, security. Okay, good. We have the security personnel in place. Very good. Because this has been interesting and it's about to get even more interesting. Can I get a wow?
I mean, both contestants amassing the exact amount, the exact number of points, 1,229 points here. St. Kitts and also Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, so guys, we have the question that will be asked, and so I'll wait for the signal, and then I'll ask the question to Miss Brittany Smith, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. It's definitely interesting as we get ready to crown our 14th Miss Caribbean Culture Queen. So Brittany, it's now time for that final question. We know we said final earlier. Okay, so your question, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. What does being a true Caribbean ambassador mean to you? What does being a true Caribbean ambassador mean to you? Go ahead.
Being from Trinidad and Tobago, two of the islands within the Caribbean, there are so many facets of our personalities as Trinbagonians, as Caribbean people, that I would like to show the world. However, to the top of my list would be our resilience as a people. Our history has not been a bright one. We've come a long way. We've endured several systems of production, slavery, indentureship, the encomienda, le code noir, just to name a few. And we've really come far as a people, and us being here today, this is a combination of Caribbean culture coming together, and that is one aspect of our culture as a people that I would like to showcase to the world as an ambassador, how far we've come, how resilient we are, and how far we intend to go as one region. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Brittany Smith, in the final interview, as we try to break this tie. It's definitely a historic night for the Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant, and we are awaiting the arrival of Miss St. Kitts, Miss Olivia Walters. And she's coming. Let us encourage her as she makes her way to the stage. Good evening, Olivia.
Good evening again.
Okay, so this is now the tiebreaker. So your final interview question, okay? And your question is, what does being a true Caribbean ambassador mean to you? What does being a true Caribbean ambassador mean to you?
Being a true Caribbean ambassador means representing your Caribbean island to the fullest. Not only your country, but promoting integration and all of us, because we are what our diversity are what make us unique and make us dynamic on the world map. I believe that it's about being assertive and being very confident in who we are, how we dress, our food, and packaging it nicely and serving it to the world, because we are great people here in the Caribbean. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss St. Kitts Olivia Walters. And that was the final interview. Well, we hope there isn't another tie after that round.
JD,
This is interesting.
that's very interesting.
I would like security to escort me to my car after tonight's show, because this is definitely interesting. Can I get a wow?
What an amazing night.
Indeed,
These
indeed.
girls really came out with their A game.
I definitely agree. And you know what? One of the things that really stood out to me in this show tonight is that all of the contestants have been so phenomenal.
They have.
It's like, to me, having just the top 3 or even the top 5, you know, it just doesn't seem like it's enough for the caliber of contestants
I think
we have.
almost any of those contestants could have easily made
I
it
think
into
so
the
too.
top 5.
I think so too. I think so too. So it has been an interesting night, and we are awaiting the final results, hopefully.
By the judges. And
And
I
I'm
mean,
saying hopefully because, I mean, that one was interesting.
yes, it was. Seeing those two names amassing the same amount or same number of points.
You know, one of the things I wanted to do, if we had time, and I guess now we have time, okay, good, it's here, is to share with you
The winners over the past years.
over the past years of this Miss Caribbean Culture Queen pageant. In 2006, we had.
Miss Nevis, Jamila Paris,
In 2007, it was.
Miss Dominica, Leandra Lander,
In 2008, it was.
Miss Dominica yet again, Mariah Walter,
Yes, Miss Mara Walter, followed by Miss Sangrina Harris of Anguilla in 2009.
and then Sweet Sugar City St. Kitts took the title in 2010 with Maurice Roberts.
And in 2011, the crown went to St. Lucia with Miss Onika McCoy.
And again in 2012, St. Kitts, Trevicia Adams.
In 2013, the crown went back to Dominica for Miss Leslasa Amor Shillingford.
And again, back to St. Kitts, Miss Yarony Morton in 2014.
In 2015, it came home to Miss Nevis, Akisha Fergus.
And then back to St. Kitts, Miss Kyla Brown 2016.
And we told you earlier, they both won the crown the same number of times, so it went back to Dominica in 2007 with Miss Jade Romaine.
2017.
2017, my apologies.
And then last year, for the very first time, it went to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Shalisa Nanton.
So, based on tonight's results,
It could either be
it can either be
St. Kitts for the
moving
5th time,
to the 5th time,
leading
or Trinidad and Tobago for the very
first time. So it's going to be a very interesting result regardless the result. As we indicated before, Dominican St. Kitts has won the title 4 times, Nevis twice, Anguilla, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia once each.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a personal disclaimer. that the results you hear this evening have nothing to do with Azad Gums and myself, JD Keynes. I just want to make that perfectly clear. Security forces, I need you to be on your A game, just as the contestants were this evening. And you know what? Let us give the security forces a round of applause. They've been coming out night after night to these various shows to keep the peace, and then they were on the road today. They've been doing a good job, so we just want to say thank you to all of the officers and those from the Defense Force.
And from all accounts, JD, C45 has been an amazing, amazing year. And to tip it all off, there is tonight. Tonight even adds to the mix something that you cannot forget. For the first time, two countries tying for the crown, and we needing a tiebreaker. And as I can see, some of the judges are in the booth contemplating, deliberating the winner. So
I am glad I'm not a judge this evening.
I am glad I'm not a judge this evening as well. And now, without further ado, we're going to invite the two ladies on stage, Miss St. Kitts, Olivia Walters, and Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Brittany Smith.
Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, the judges, after deliberation, after listening to the answer by both contestants, have made a decision. The committee has made a decision. And JD, what is that decision?
Thank you so much, Azad. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready for these results, ladies and gentlemen?
Regardless, JD, regardless, ladies, you are both winners. So there were 6 judges.
There were 6 judges deliberating. Well, how you want to run the show from in the audience? We're going to make you wait a little longer. No, man, we won't keep you waiting any longer, ladies and gentlemen. We will announce the winner, and obviously by process of elimination, you will know what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that tomorrow we have the Cultural Street Parade. We have the Cultural Street Parade and last lap, and that will bring down the curtains on Culturama 45, C45. Now, I don't want any accidents on stage, nobody to pee themselves, so let's just get to it.
Let's get to it. 6 judges, JD, and give them the results.
Okay, so 6 judges deliberated after that final interview, and we have another interesting phenomenon, and that is the judges were split 3-3. And so, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have 2 queens. Winners. We will not break the tie.
They are both winners.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Miss Brittany Smith, Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
And Miss Olivia Walters, Miss St. Kitts.
Ladies and gentlemen, first time in history, this was not anticipated, but the judge's decision is
final.
A round of applause for Miss Brittany Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
And Miss Olivia Walters,
your
both
new
winners.
Miss Caribbean Culture Queens
2019.